Hello, welcome back to the woods. And welcome back to another gear review. This one, that's all about this WOODSMANS Anorak from Helikon. So this item has kindly been supplied by our friends over at Linktree EU with over 90,000 different products on their website from 1,100 of your favourite brands. They really are the go-to customer. Prices are great. Your postage on most of your items is free, and they also, if you're in the UK, they square the duty away as well. There is a link down below in the description box for their website. Go over and check them out. Now, when I was looking around for items to review, this one was fairly high on the list because I heard so many good things about this particular article. Several of the guys at Operation Jackdaw, I noticed they were sporting these. My good friend Rob Evans, woodsman over in Wales, I was talking to him about Helikon jackets, and he said he's got one. He said it's probably the best jacket he's ever had. So I was really keen to try this one out and see what the fuss was all about. So what is Helikon Woodsman Anorak? Well, essentially it's a hooded windproof smock. That's all it is. It's an overhead design, so it's got zips that run all the way down the side, nice long zips that start up in the arms. They're on both sides, so taking it on and off is really, really easy. It's got a little zip at the front, so you can vent in there. Obviously, you can vent in from the sides. The zips under the arms are two-way adjustable, so if you want them just open at the top, just a little bit, to let a bit of warm air out, a little bit of cool air in, you can open it just a little bit or as much as you like. It's got a hood with a foam peak in it, and it's a three-way adjustable, so it adjusts that way, it adjusts backwards and forwards, and it adjusts the volume. So it's a very, very adjustable hood. It's got a scooped back, so it's a slightly longer back. It's not particularly baggy cut, it's true to size. This was a large, and it's got a roo pocket at the front, and then it's got hand pockets, a tunnel pocket which runs in behind. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the fabrics they use and the quality of the construction. So we'll start off with the fabrics. Unusually, it uses two in its construction. The first one is something called Dura Canvas, which is a poly cotton mix, which is very, very similar to Fjällräven's G1000. It's a 65-35 mix, and it's very tightly woven. It's very fast drying and very, very hard wearing. The second fabric they use is something called Storm Stretch, which is something like a soft shell fabric. It does what it says on the tin. It's stretchy. It's also very, very breathable and very, very fast drying. Now, they use them in two different areas. So the hood, arms, whole of the front of the jacket, pockets, etc., are all made of Dura Canvas. The back is made of Storm Stretch, which is quite clever actually, because the front of your jacket is usually the area that, well, it gets a bit of a battering from vegetation as you're moving through it, sparks while you're around the fire, those sorts of things. The back of your jacket, not so much. Also, the back of your jacket isn't quite as exposed to the weather, certainly not if you're wearing a rucksack. Also, if you're wearing a rucksack, most modern rucksacks are internal frames, so they sit close to your back. So you get quite a bit of moisture build up there. So having something that is fast drying and wicking on the back, while also being relatively windproof and stretchy to allow that freedom of movement, is a really clever idea. You're not getting that cold clamminess that you get on your back when you stop, because with this one it's already moved it away from your skin, and because it's a synthetic, it doesn't chill down like a cotton based fabric. The front, where you've got the Dura canvas, really good weatherproof fabric, and it's also very fast drying. It is treated with a DWR coating, which is lightweight, and it will keep a shower out, but not much more than that. It does dry incredibly fast. So I think they've got the balance of the fabrics pretty well sorted. Now, the Dura canvas material can be proofed with wax, basically Greenland wax, and it's a bit of faffing to do. I haven't gone down that route. I don't particularly like it. I've seen a couple of people have done it, and they've also tried to do the storm stretch. It's not going to work on that. But if you wanted to proof this up for winter use, yeah, you could use that Greenland wax. The quality of the construction, well, the zippers, they're all YKK zippers. The poppers that are on the sides, again, they're good quality ones. Now, I know a thing or two about the quality of manufacture, and the quality of manufacture of this Helikon tech stuff is very good. All your stitch lengths are even, the quality of the thread is very good, the seams are incredibly neatly done. Their quality control is exceptional. It's really very good indeed. The fit, well, this one's a large. I'm a 42-44 chest, and it fits perfectly. It's not overly baggy. At the same time, it's not particularly slim fit. I've used it through a UK winter, and I could still get layers on underneath. If this was a dedicated winter jacket, yes, I would probably go for something that was a little bit looser fitting, so that I could get even more stuff on underneath. That whole loosening layers thing. But this, I think, is an ideal year-round jacket. It will serve you well in the summer with just a t-shirt on. In the winter, you can put layers on underneath. So, yeah, really good fit. Pockets, again, very well thought out. Inside your roo pocket, which has got a two-way adjuster on it, so you can move it across either way. Inside, you've got dividers, you've got a D-ring, so that things can be secured. Pretty well thought out. Your tunnel pocket, which sits in behind, that's really good for putting your hands. And I think this jacket is well thought out because of it leaves that lower area free of any pockets. So if you're using a rucksack, it's not interfering with any. Everything that you need is, well, up here in this area. And then you can tuck your hands in behind if it's cold, if you just want to rest your hands. The pockets aren't interfered with by the waist belt. Its uses, well, the obvious. Yeah, bushcraft, it's ideally suited for out here. But it could also be for travel. It's a nice lightweight garment that you could use in a whole multitude of different climates. I've used it here in the UK through the winter. I've been able to get layers on underneath it. It's been pretty good. So you could use it for bushcraft, travel. I've also used mine for fitness, for those runs first thing in the morning. I just pull this on. If there's a bit of a shower, a bit of rain, yeah, it keeps that out. If I get too warm, I can undo the pit zips. And it's a nice jacket. It's not restricting movement at all. So it's good for fitness, and it's good just for everyday use. It doesn't look particularly just for in the woods. It's a great design, I think, certainly. At all. As I said, I think it's a super practical jacket, and in use, it's been very good. Now, I know a few people will say, yeah, but it's not waterproof, and really I need a waterproof. I think as part of a system, if you've got this and perhaps a separate drop liner that fits inside, like the little Dutch Army ones, which are great. So you've got your delicate breathable waterproof fabric inside this over the top, which is going to protect it from the environment, so it's not going to get punctured. And then that's going to keep you dry. If it's a really heavy downpour, chuck your waterproof poncho on over the top, and that's going to protect you. Certainly if it's a day of bad weather when you need that extra protection, because no matter how good your waterproof jacket is, it will wet out if it's raining all day. But with that system, with this and a separate liner to it, well, get the best of both worlds. And what's more, what you're also getting is something that dries very quickly, because you can separate the two items so that they dry that much quicker. So for me, this has been an absolute boon over the last few months. I think it's a great item. Cost wise, actually, I think they're very good value. From Military EU, who supplied this jacket, they are currently, depending which colour combination you go for, they're on sale, and I think you're looking at between £72 and £76, depending which colour combination, and I think that's with a 10% discount. I'll put a link in the description box down below. Pop over and check it out. If you're in the market for a general purpose jacket you can use for bushcraft, just about everything else, I don't think you can go far wrong. And I can see what all the fuss was about. I think it's a really nice bit of kit. I think this one, well, I think that's going to have the old Greencraft patch sewn on there very soon. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, then hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Down below in that description box, there is a link to this jacket over on Military EU. Have a look at all the other stuff they've got over there. They've got some amazing stuff over there. There's also a link over there to my Etsy shop where you can get my Greencraft patches and a few other bits and pieces from time to time. I think that's everything. I've been Neil. Until next time, stay safe in the woods.